Okay, mic check. Mic check. Hopefully y'all can hear me clear. Peace to the family, 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Let's get a good mic check first. I don't know if y'all can hear me pretty clear. Cool. Shout out to Sister Shakara. I see you coming in already. What's up? Shout out to the family. Give me a second to set up shop a little bit. All right. Second to set it up a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. I'm clear. Okay. Turn down the music a little bit. Peace to everybody coming in. Peace to the family. I love y'all. Like I said, just give me a couple seconds to set up shop a little bit. I'm kind of getting orchestrated. I'm getting used to this new way of broadcasting. All right. I'm digging the Mr. Miyagi flow. Yo, you would say that. You would say that. You said I'm digging the Mr. Miyagi flow. Oh my God. Let me do some shares and some invites. All right. Peace to everybody that supports in the YouTube. Peace to everybody that supports in the Facebook. I love y'all. It's definitely beautiful. He said very serene. That's what's up. I'm glad that I'm glad that you know we starting off with a good vibe. All right. We starting off with a real good vibe. So I guess I'm almost done the invites and the shares, and I'll be ready to begin. Just give me about 30 more seconds. All right. Excuse me. Give me about 30 more seconds, and I'll be ready to kick butt with y'all real quick. All right. So I'm feeling really good. I'm happy to be connected with everybody that supports and makes this worth something. All right. It's definitely been a blessing to share my experience of life with y'all, share my adventures, and also just share information. I always say, I'm not teaching y'all nothing. The only thing I'm doing is sharing information with y'all. None of us really own this information. It's a way to connect us all So when I say I'm sharing this, just make sure you know that you are a part of a greater destiny of life. All right, and we must fulfill that together. Okay, so without further ado, I guess I'll begin a little bit. I'll talk about some stuff. Thank you for everybody coming in. I appreciate y'all. So, boom, 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 boom. So, where should I begin? Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that supports. All right. So, I guess let's start this off. All right. So, shout out to everybody that supports. All right. So, this book right here is the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. All right. This is a book that is inscribed for the Messiah Code movement. All right. It has various different lessons, more or less, that everyone should know. All right. We are living in a new age of what we call information. All right. We came out of the age of Pisces and we came into a new age of what is called information. Multitasking. That's what's up. You should put them down. The children need to learn this as well. This is very important, for our future. That's what it's all about. Thank you, Sister Shakara. I appreciate it. All right. So yeah, back to what I was saying. This book right here is the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. All right. And this book essentially has the fundamental keys of what's needed for you in the new age of what we call information. All right. For everyone that wants a reading, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody coming in from France. Shout out to France in the building. Bonsoir or whatever y'all say. Jean Claude Van Damme. I don't know. I don't know what y'all say up there. But shout out to everybody in France right now. I love y'all. Um, excuse me. For everybody that wants a reading, please let me explain a couple things. I always have a prayer before I do a reading anyway, so we're not going to do that. All right? Unless we do a prayer, a universal meditation to connect with a higher force, and then we will proceed to I will proceed to be a medium for that force and give anyone here guidance, all right? Based upon the numbers that they pick from 1 through 31. All right. So back to the subject of what I was talking about. Um, this right here, shout out to Sister Anastasia. I know. I was listening to you earlier. I got interrupted. Well, hopefully you back. You really back in a place to be and you can learn a couple things. We can share a good experience of life. Thank you for everybody coming in the Facebook, everybody coming in the YouTube, picking numbers. I love y'all. All right. We definitely going to get to the numbers. All right. Stick around for the crown. All right. Brams, anybody else that's picking numbers from the YouTube and the Facebook, make sure y'all stick around for the crown. All right. So, back again. So the numbers that flow from 1 through 31, I asked y'all right here on this broadcast. I said pick a number between 1 and 31. And thank you for everybody that's picking numbers. All right. So this right here is a hand manual to understand the frequency of thoughts of how the numbers operate. All right. Now, we live in a reality of what is called or what is considered to be a mainframe consciousness. Hear me out. we live in a reality of what is considered to be a mainframe consciousness. All right. So I'll look up the word mainframe for you, and I'll look up the word consciousness, and we'll apply the two to reality. Okay. Now, moving forward, okay. In this book, I'm gonna give you the 1 through 31. First of all, we got the 12 jewels. Everybody should know these 12 jewels, which is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, and shelter. All right, these are the 12 jewels. All right, the chapters of this book is actually based upon these 12 jewels. Okay, which are fundamental principles that everyone here should have been embraced. All right, we all should have been embraced all these fundamental principles, which is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, excuse me, equality, food, clothing, and shelter. All right, those are the 12 fundamental principles that we embrace. All right. Now, another thing is thank you for everybody that's picking numbers. What I share with y'all is from this source right here. This source right here is what I share with y'all. Okay. It's called The Body of the Messiah. All right. Now, each one of y'all have a birthday of some sort. Now, your birthday is located on this body. Okay, from head to toe. The first position, the number one, being the right foot. You see it, the number one, the right foot. And the last position being the 31, which is the head. All right. So the Messiah, being the one in the 31, has the ability literally to lead you with the right foot, as well as the Messiah has the crown to lead the people as well. All right. So hopefully you got that part of the equation. Thank you. I got people picking numbers. And for the people that pick a number 18, for instance, okay, here we go. Let's do this. All right. The number 18, if you notice, is located on what? The left shoulder of the body of the Messiah. But the number y'all think is number 18, you know, we ran into the number 18 today. So funny. But the number 18 is really 666. I don't know if y'all got that in the YouTube. For the people in the Facebook, y'all got that. For the people in the YouTube, y'all got that. I don't know if y'all got that. We locked in. All right. Look, listen. When y'all look at the number 18, y'all looking at the number 666. All right? As opposed to the number 18. You can look at it as two nines as well. Two nines. Two nines. All right. Two nines. Now, y'all looking at it as two nines like this, but I'm going to show you what nines I'm talking about. Actually, look, listen. Look, listen. It's really like this. You got a 9, which is positive, all right? Then it sits at a 0, and then you got, hold up, my fault. You got a 9 that's negative. Let me do that first. 9 negative. All right? And then you got the point that sits in it, which is 0. And then you got the 9 that's positive. All right? My fault. I'm putting this on the screen. Just fall back for a second. Listen. Listen. This is about to get deep in full effect. You right. You right in full effect. Listen. When you look at the number 18, I told y'all it's 3 6s, but on the left shoulder of the Messiah, what is it called? The root or the wraith. You see it, the number 18. It looks like that. You see it, it looks like a right here, it's located on the shoulder. I don't know if y'all can see it. I might have to zoom in a little bit so y'all can see it, and then twinkle it a little bit. All right, so y'all can see it a little bit. All right, y'all see that right there on the left shoulder of the Messiah. You see what is called the root or the wraith. All right, now why is it called the root or the wraith is the question. Again, the codex helps you decipher reality. It helps you decipher reality for what it's worth. All right, because what you would consider to be the root would be somewhere that you travel, or a route or route that you travel to get from one place to the next. All right, you can think of it like that, like the route or the route. All right, but you also can think of it as like the roots, the roots of a tree, the roots of a tree that's supplanted in a tree. All right, that links to the ground. All right, from which we came. All right, yeah, the route. You can think of it like a route or a route in the same synonymous term, because you travel to the roots, through the roots, to find yourself or to ground yourself from that which you came. All right, from that which you came, you follow the root. All right, or your roots. You get that? To go back to what is considered to be your family tree, if you know what I'm saying. All right. So we building on this 909 situation and the number 909, number 18, since y'all two picked the number 18. And then Brams picked the number 24. I don't know if Bram's still in here, but yo, we can go 6 numbers up and then you get 24. So y'all playing with sixes right now. I mean, just keep it real. Tasha picked the number 13, and I really like that, because we can go to Revelations 13:18 and assimilate the thought on this. All right, because it'll all connect up. Listen, listen. This goes so deep. All right, because now, going back to the lesson of the codex and learning about the codex and what the codex is about, right? You see the root and the wraith on your left shoulder. It's like you got 2 angels on your shoulder. You got another angel on another shoulder, which is on the right shoulder, which is what? The 11th letter. All right, which is vitamin K, or what we consider to be potassium. All right, the 19th element. Okay, but we're connecting up with the number 11 as that being on the other side of your shoulder, on your right shoulder. All right, but on your left shoulder is the root or the wraith. Okay, now you might say, why is it the root or the wraith, Lamel? Because it adds up to 3 sixes or 2 nines, however you want to do it. All right, now boom, breaking it down, why is 1 9 positive and 1 9 negative? All right, this deals with a situation like an agreement of sort. It deals with certain things where an agreement that has, whether it can decay or it can grow. That's what it represents. That's what the number 18 represents in this situation. It represents any type of form of agreement that can take place at this mode, at this moment, and literally it has a growing situation and a decaying situation. All right, it's kind of like you almost making a deal with the devil or a contract with the devil. All right, somebody hearing me? All right, so you got 1 9 that's positive and 1 9 that's negative, because it equals 9. It equals 9. If I do that, it equals 9. Now, boom. Why do I say that, Lamel? Because if you add 18, what does 18 equal? If you add 18 up, what does it equal? It equals 9. So if you add negative, freaking negative 9 plus or positive 9, what do you get? You get 0. It folds back. All right. But what if you multiply it? What do you get? What do you get? 9. You got to be fruitful and multiply. All right. You said my number is 19. That's high. You know, we did something in a 90-day water cleanse, right? And it's a master key application. It's a master key application called 909. All right, which also connects up with this. But why is 9 positive and 9 is negative? Because what is the 18th letter of the alphabet, y'all? Give it to me. What's the 18th letter of the alphabet? Why is it the letter R, y'all? Y'all say, man, it's the letter R because they set it up like that, Lamel. They made the letter R the 18th letter because of nothing. I'm going to tell you the real reason why the letter R is the 18th letter. All right? Hear me out. The letter R is the 18th letter because it goes back to the 2 9s. Because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. But in a sense, it's the vibratory expression of existence. All right. Now, everyone has a soul or a name that's attached to your existence. All right. So it starts off as literally as something that rolls off the tongue. All right. So the expression of that is Ra, 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 Ra. And in ancient times, or Re, in ancient times, you will see a character that's actually displayed as a sun that rises from the depths of the abyss. All right. Now, that sun, or that what was called Re or Ra, all right, was actually, yes, the 18th letter. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Asha. I appreciate that. Look, the reason why it was Ra, 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 because when Ta, what is considered to be Ta, uttered the word, Ta uttered it from his tongue, and it rolled off his tongue, and it rolled off his tongue in two type of ways. One was positive and one was negative. One was a positive spirit and one was a decaying spirit. I want y'all to hear me out, because it's like you have to have balance in the universe in some sort of way. All right. It's always a positive and negative in everything. It's either on or off. That's binary. If you look at binary and you look at the symbol for power, if you ever look at the symbol for power, it looks like a 1 and a 0, or a 1 on top of a 0. All right. So y'all got to look at it like that, in that sense. All right. But it's either on or off, positive or negative. All right. Now, boom. If you look at what rolls off the tongue, now it goes back to the soul of each and every one of y'all. All right. You have a being, what is called the Ra, the Ra. The bird, it's called the Ra, or sometimes it's called the Ba, the Ba. All right, which they switch from R to B. Why is that? Because the second letter of the alphabet is the letter B. Like to be, to become, to begin, all right, or seconds in time, all right, or to be born, all right, or brith mila, or bismillah, or these, like, even when the Bible starts off, it's brith mila, all right. I mean, it's like my fault, butter sheep butter. But when I say brith mila, that means the covenant. But when I say bismillah, starts with a B. To be born is with B. You count from seconds, which is the second letter of the alphabet, which is the letter B. You don't count from the first. You count from the seconds. All right. So that connected up why it was the letter B, as in to be born. All right. But the first utterance was Ra, as in literally Ra, as the sun or the soul that's inside of you, because soul and sun are synonymous. If you go to the Latin word soul, what is it? Like for anybody that speaks Spanish in here, you know the word soul means sun, and soul and sun are synonymous. All right. Now, moving forward, it was a bird that was considered to be the bobbird, all right, which was a nocturnal bird. It was a nocturnal bird that flowed through the nighttime. Now, it became a story of what is considered to be the stork. All right, they made it a stork story, and through various different generations, they made it a dove story, like when a spirit ascended on the Messiah, like a a dove. All right. It was the same bird, literally, the bob bird. Because when the bob bird came, it literally laid on you something. And when it laid on you, what it laid on you is a symbol that looks like a sun that's rising from the um horizon. That's it's rising up or sinking from the horizon. You don't know what it's doing, but it almost looks like a ring or of sort. It looks like a circle and a line. That's what the bobbird had in its hand. All right. And he or she elongated it and made and created what is considered to be a cartouche and or what is called a shem in ancient Egypt. All right. Now, this word shem or shinu, rather, this word shen or shinu became a designated tribe, all right, that was called Shemites, all right, or those that had the sacred name. And then Shem is also related to the skies or the heavenly abode, because the heavenly abode is called the Shema, or the Shema is called is heaven. It's called Shema, Shema. All right. So the words and literally how they connected up was all the same, and they were all synonymous in a sort that helped you come back to the source from which you came, which is water. Literally, I tell people, like, yeah, we came from the land, but essentially we all came from a greater body of water. And some of us are twin souls in here. All right. I explained that. Like people that are looking for love in a situation. You can look for love. You can find a soulmate. You can find a twin flame. And you can also find a twin soul. They're very different. All right. A soulmate is somebody that you come together and create a soul with. A twin flame is somebody that flames on and flames off. They're just an experience for the moment. All right. Maybe a one night stand or a 1 month stand or a 1 year stand. They're just experience for the moment. You just move on. Twin flame. All right. And then you got twin soul. Who are the twin souls? Now, twin souls, they come in so many options. They can come in duplicates, as in pairs, you know what I'm saying, as in male female or whatever. They can come as in various different triplets, quintuplets, and various other how twins come out. It's just a mode of vibration of how twins come out. All right. That's not necessarily saying that all of them have to be mates. It's saying that they connect up in a certain sort of way, that they're twins on this plane of existence, and they can vibrate with each other to get many things done in one accord. All right, because they're one body, one spirit, one soul, one being. All right, twin souls, and they come from a place what is considered to be like a cloud. Now, imagine a cloud raining on reality. All right, imagine a cloud raining on your reality. Now, when a cloud rains on your reality, it doesn't rain the same place at the same time. All right. It can rain here, it can rain there, it can rain everywhere. All right. But when it rains, different portions of the cloud land on different spots of the planet. It lands and at different times. And that's how twin souls land on this plane of existence. They land at different times in different spaces, but they always come back literally like water, because water, what does it do? It doesn't matter how much you bottle it up, it literally breaks out of the bottle because it's going to a greater body of water. And that's what your soul is focused on doing on this plane of existence. It's like you want to get to a greater body of water, and that equals happiness. That equals many things that you experience in life to balance your mode of existence. All right. So now going back to this codex, I stopped at the number 18 And you might say, well, why did you stop at the number 18? Because people pick the number, but I just wanted to show you a prime example of what this represents as a codex, as something that you can literally learn and take it to the next level. All right. Now, I'll be having a Q&A portion of this segment where people can ask questions. I'll do readings. You know, like I said, I'll do a prayer before I do a reading. This is what I do. All right. You know, we don't look, people invoke cards, and you know, and then a lot of people say, yo, can I have a reading? Or they pick numbers and they don't even get to know the reader before they get the reading itself. All right. Now, even what is considered to be the oppositional force, y'all call that the devil. The devil will tell you a few true things in your life. Just trust me on that. And then I want to ask you, what power are these people invoking? Because if you invoking some cards with some pictures on it, I'm not saying that it can't work for you in a certain sort of way, because it could work. But I'm gonna tell you another thing, how this really works. All right. You got to have a license to drive in this business. In this business of doing readings, you got to have a real license to drive. All right. If you don't have a license to drive, you're really on the road or on the route, literally illegally or unlawfully. And you might say, what does this mean, Lamel? Because you have various different people that created these systems of divinating. All right. Now, the people that created the system of divinating, all right, they had a certain system, a certain way of how they connected up with certain things. It was a certain order. Now, they didn't buy their stuff from Amazon. They didn't go to the internet and buy their system of divination. I'm just telling you, it just didn't work. Magic, true magic, did not work like that. And you say, well, what is magic? I'm going to tell you what is magic. Magic is guarded by 5 principles. You got white magic, or if you want to say black magic, you got black magic, white magic, you got divination, you got sorcery, and then the last one being love, because they all bow down to love, because love is the greatest magic of them all. And that's how it goes. All right. So magic is also guarded by 5 principles. All right. But in general, you know, magic, when people were sharing magic with people, it was a system that they connected up with with um with the elements and with the forces alone. All right. And they was able to share certain things with the people, but they utilized various different things, whether it be bones, whether it be stones, whether it be even elaborate images, But when the tarot was created, guess what? The tarot in the 1400s, the tarot, go look this up. The tarot was created in the 1400s, and it was considered to be Tarachi. All right, Tarachi, and Tarachi is another word for foolishness. I need y'all to get that. All right, so these elaborate images on a cards, I want y'all to get, if I would pull out an image, it would be an image that you can draw it yourself. You can actually put a pencil to it and say, you know what, hold up, Lamel, let me just draw these images that's right here real quick. If I pull an image that resonates with any number that y'all pick, or it would be this. If I do a reading, if I share universal thought of guidance with y'all, it would be from these elaborate images right here. And none of them look like people. None of them look like crazy weird stuff, hangmans and stuff, or Tupac Shakur. I'm dead serious. They got Tupac Shakur on a tarot card upside down. Upside down as a hangman. I said, that's ridiculous. What type of tarot cards they coming up with now? All right. But, just to share some thought with y'all, I need y'all to understand this. People can program your reality when they pull cards. All right. Because It's like you making a deal with someone to reiterate your reality in some sort of way. Now, let me tell you something that's something about this reading stuff. Like I can never tell y'all the answers to none of y'all questions. All right? Because that will almost be unlawful in a universal principle of spirituality. Yeah, they had Tupac as the hangman. I'll show y'all that. It's so funny, Anastasia. But I can never tell you the answer. I can only give you guidance. I need you to get that. For everybody in here that's doing the reading, when I share some stuff with y'all and when we do this, I can only give y'all guidance. You might say, why you can only give us guidance, Lamel? Why can't you give us the answers? We want the answers. I guess you want me to live your life too, right? You want me to experience the joys and the happiness of your life as well. All right. Now, if I experience that, I want to share with you, but you being the principal. All right. Real talk. And you need to experience things for yourself to make a choice, because that's what experience, that's what this world or existence is truly about. It's about literally, it's literally about learning something to become greater. All right, become a greater being of existence. I need y'all to know that. All right. So now going back, listen, y'all got different beings that when we came into the new age of what we call information. All right. I need y'all to know this too. We came into a new age of what is called information. All right. In this new age, we came in at which was March 1st, 2017. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Queen. I really appreciate that. Guidance. I do not give answers. And people who ask for readings want answers and often do not think for themselves. Go ahead now. Can I like that comment on Facebook? Like that. Like that. That's a good one. All right. I'm glad somebody can actually relate to what I'm saying. Can I get a share? Can I get two or 10 shares right now? Can I get 10 shares on every platform? I appreciate that. All right. So moving forward, we came into the new age of what is called Aquarius. Y'all call it Aquarius. Um, it's the age of information. March 1st, 2017. Ever since then, we had a calendar of universal thought. All right. Now the calendar is based on this body right here. This body, what is called the Messiah. Now, the Messiah, again, is the numbers that flow through 1 through 31. If I ask y'all, well, what's your birthday, right? Y'all will tell me that the numbers will flow between 1 and 31. All right, that's important to know. If I ask you, well, what's your birthday? Y'all can put your birthdays in the comment section. All right, if you feel comfortable. All right, listen, minus the year. I'm going to tell you why. Don't put the year in the comment section. The real reason why I tell y'all don't put the year, because we really don't know what year it is. I need y'all to know that. We don't know what year it is. What year was the universe created? What year was the universe created? That's the question. All right. No one knows the year that the universe was created. So you might say, well, why do we use the other numbers then, Lamel? The real simple answer why we use the other numbers, because when you're supposed to measure time you're supposed to use the sun and the moon. Am I right? You use the sun and the moon as a designated form of thought in order to balance your time. Okay, so what is the sun and the moon? The sun is what? The day. The day is designated by the sun. And what is the moon? The moon is month, because the word moon and month are synonymous. All right. The word month actually comes from the word moon. I can look that up and show y'all that. The word measure comes from the word moon. They're all synonymous in some sort of way. Measure, moon, and month. All right. They're all synonymous in some sort of way. But the month is the month that you was born, and then the day represents the sun. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So Now it's various different primes that are in the building. Now, when we came into the new age of what is called information, now I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Thank you. Thank you. We got the primes coming in the building. All right. I'm gonna show you some real good stuff so y'all can really get this. All right. Now, in 2017, we came into the age of what is called Aquarius or information. We came totally out of Pisces. We are not in Pisces no longer. Please stop holding on. That's why your designated hierarchy of thought was the number 12. You might say, well, why is that, Lamel? Because the 12 would be the zodiac, right? You got 12 houses in the zodiac. And these are the higher personalities, the designated schools of thought. And these 12 houses represented literally like schools that you went through, like first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, all the way to 12th grade. And when you got the 12th grade, which was the 12th house, which was Pisces, you wonder what was next. What was the next chapter of life? So the next chapter of life, you went into a new school of thought, which was college, all right, or some sort of trade school or something like that. It was something that was that you chose to do in life. You chose to do it. It wasn't something that you was pushed through in life, and that's how y'all got pushed through. Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to the president, Jasmine, in the building. I love you, Jasmine. I appreciate you. Shout out. She gonna say Pisces. I know she would say Pisces in a minute. Jasmine would say that. You would say that. Um, Anyhow, we came out of the age of Pisces, which was 12th grade, which is the 12th house. And then we took a step backwards so we can take a step forward. All right, which was the 11th house, which we went to, which was Aquarius. All right, now Aquarius is not really Aquarius. All right, I explained this to people before. Aquarius is actually called what? It's called Ta Noon. Let me explain this. Ta Noon. Ta Noon. My fault, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm putting this in the comment section so y'all can get it. All right. Noon. I want y'all to know this so y'all know how to spell it. Y'all can spell it however y'all want to do it, but this is how it's spelled. Noon. And you say, well, why is the P in there? Well, the P is kind of silent. All right. But it represents something. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube. Shout out to everybody in the Facebook land. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Jazzy Fresh in the building. Thank you. So look at this. It's called Noon. Now, Noon, why is it Noon? Y'all call it Aquarius. It's the 11th house. Yeah, the 11th house, y'all. All right, the 11th house, which is the crown. The crown, the glory. Meaning that everybody here is to get your crown. Everybody, this is the age where you get your crown, where the crown chakra, where you focus on the crown chakra, literally. All right, where you get your throne, you get your kingdom. That's what this age is about. You get your glory in this age. And you say, why is that? Again, it's called the age of information. It's called the age of information. Information. All right. None of the secrets are going to be held from y'all. It's going to be rained down on y'all. That's what Pisces was about. Pisces was about literally the fact that, certain things was sacred. It was secret. It was locked away for a certain period of time. But as we came into what is considered Tanun, the secrets got unlocked and they got poured upon us. Now, when the water poured upon us in the age of what y'all consider to be Aquarius, it landed in our vessel. Now, it took the shape of the vessel. The water took the shape of the vessel. Now, the water represented the primes. Now, remember when I told y'all, I said twin souls? I was talking about that. This same water represented the primes that incarnated on this planet Earth. Now, literally, this was their first form of existence, but they had memories of a greater existence that came before them. Why is that? I'm gonna explain it. Because water actually has a memory to it. All right. For instance, if you speak in water, it changes the molecular structure of water. That's one of the reasons why we say ashe when we pour water out onto the ground. All right. All right. I shall. That's It's not just ashe. When you say ashe something, when you ashe something, you you commence that it is finished, that it's done. It is already over. Whatever is done is done. It's over. It's complete. So you ashe it. Like certain things that you have to ashe and complete in your life. And that's why you pour out that water, because it takes the shape of each and every vessel that it lands upon. All right, including you, including you. The water takes the shape of your vessel. All right. So, boom. Yeah, the primes landed on this planet. Now, it was a various different primes that landed. Okay. Now, in former times, y'all called these avatars. Y'all called them angels. Y'all called them, various different special people that came on this planet. Various different people. All right. We call them messiahs. And why do I say messiahs? Because a messiah is a leader or savior of a particular group or a cause. Either way you want to say it. So each and every one of y'all have a designated position of wherever you at on the planet to make a change. That's why you are messiahs. But the messiahs, or what is considered to be the primes, all right, the ancient ones, they came, or the ones of renown. Now, why do I say renowned? Renowned, because when you go into Genesis chapter 6, 4, all right, they call these beings Ashura. Ashura. The word is Ashura when you look it up. As when you look up the word renown in Genesis chapter 6, 4, renown is Ashura. But that word is also synonymous to Asara or Asaru or Cyrus. Same thing, which was broken up into 14 pieces, which was designated. Each and every portion of the planet had a different representative. All right. Now, moving forward, the primes, when they landed or incarnated or reincarnated on this planet, they always came in a different way. They didn't, I wouldn't call it reincarnation, because it would be like saying, like me right here, I die and then I come back as boom, 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 as Lamel or whatever y'all want to call me, and like this. I'm not talking about reincarnation like that. Listen, each and every one of y'all, this is your first time existing on this planet. And somebody might argue with me about that. They might say, Lamel, man, what about past life experiences and stuff like that? Only thing is talking to you is really the water. It's where the water traveled, whether you know it or not. All right. When you came into existence, literally, it's freaking like a freaking nuclear bomb went off, if you want me to say it like that. Now, it was an explosion of sort when you came into this existence. Think about it. Like atoms, like you start growing and stuff. Your energy, you just start growing and start taking up space in the universe. The universe doesn't have any space for you, it's already full. So anything that comes into existence, it has to come through force of explosion. Y'all got to think about that. That's how y'all came into existence. Now, it was a silent explosion because what is considered to be the universal principle of thought, or what you call God, separated that force where it didn't take out a whole freaking planet or take out a whole universe when it freaking when it came into existence. I need y'all to know that. That's why I say it was positive and negative. But it's no room for nothing to exist. And for us to create atoms out of nowhere. And that's what happens when you have sex. When you actually have sex, and it's like an explosion that happened. All right. Now, it's an explosion of extreme love, but it's an explosion of extreme hate somewhere on the planet or somewhere in the universe. Y'all get me? Yeah, y'all making love. Ooh, 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 ooh. You making love. And you feel that explosion inside of both of y'all. But guess what? That's the explosion of love. But at the same time, it is an explosion somewhere in the universe of extreme hate. Like, boom, like a blast. Literally, like, boom, like somebody grabbing a gun, boom, they shooting somebody and killing somebody on the other side of the planet. I need y'all to know that's the power of creation. Shalom, Queen. Peace, Sister Israel. That's the power of creation. All right. No, that is not an explosion. All right. Then the explosion is when a man and a woman touch, not when nobody else. That's your own little whatever. For anybody doing whatever, if you masturbating whatever by yourself, I'm talking about it's the explosion only when a man and a woman interact with each other. Period. It's no explosion like it. There's no explosion like that on in the universe. I got you. I got you. But that's the only explosion. Literally, that's what I'm talking about. When man and woman, or positive or whatever, masculine and feminine, when they divinely link together and create something and make a creation. Boom! Boom! It's like that. And something comes into existence out of nowhere, out of nothingness. Y'all got to think about it like that. All right? And it takes up space in the universe, and it starts to take up more space in the universe. More and more and more and more and more and more space in the universe. All right? It takes up more space in the universe. Like, you take up more space than what you know. Like, yeah, you might see my physical body taking up space, but I actually take up a lot of more space in the universe. I take up spaces that I travel, that I go. Everywhere I go, I take up space, because in order for me to exist in some sort of way, for my conscience to exist, for my existence, I have to move in a certain designation. So therefore, I take up space. All right? That's how it really works. So like I said, it's an extreme explosion of love on this side of the universe, but on the other side of the universe, you probably got a supernova going on. All right? And thus you got creation. And when we come into creation, it's our first time we hear. But we got various different modes of creation. I'm going to explain it. Boom. For instance, I'm going to start with your heart, because the heart is the first thing that was what created you. When the universal creator created this explosion, when you boom made that explosion, guess what the universal creator did? It sent down a piece of iron. And that piece of iron came from a star. It was the ash of a star. Now, if you don't believe me on this, if you ever observe, go do some research and observe a hydrogen atom. What does it do? It's here, and then it goes somewhere, and then it comes back with something. It's here, it goes there, and it comes back. Now, you might ask, well, where the hell does the hydrogen atom go when it, you know what I'm saying? Where does it go when it disappears? It's going to the other side of the universe, literally. It's like almost like what we would call a raid in a raid 0 in IT. Like, if you allocate 2 discs and you have 2 discs, and it's almost like when everything is going out. The data is going out to both discs at the same time. All right. If one shuts down, it shuts down both of them. All right. That's what's happened. And one of the discs is called Sajin, and the other one is called Ilion. All right. Hear me out. One of the discs is called Sajin, and the other one is called Ilion. All right. And this is what's broadcasting. All right. This is where we broadcasting from, literally, from either Sajin or Ilion in balance. But it was a piece of iron that came from a star. And this iron that came from a star, it landed a place. All right. And it had a pulse because iron, it is ferronic, meaning it can be magnetized in some sort of way. So thus, it has a pulse. It has a pulse. All right. So when it somehow connected with your molecular or your parents' molecular structure, this same iron, this same energy that connected with that hydrogen, literally it grew inside you and became your heart, which is the heaviest substance in your body. You say, for real? The heart is the heaviest thing that you carry around, literally. You might say, why is that? Your heart is set to balance yourself when you walk on the planet. All right. Your heart is on your left side while the planet tilts on the right side, 23 degrees on its axis. The planet is like this, and your heart is like this. So, literally, the universe didn't put the heart in the middle of your body or on the right side of your body, because you'll be walking like this everywhere. You be walking like this everywhere, literally. So the universe counterbalanced and put your heart on the left side of your body while the planet is tilted on the right side. And now you walk balanced. All right. But the heart was one of the heaviest things that you had to carry around throughout life in general. And it grew. It attracted more iron. It started attracting. That's in the center of every hemoglobin atom, is what is considered to be iron. Now, that iron is literally what? Like I said, it comes from stars. It comes from either stars or asteroids. All right. It's that Wakanda metal literally on this planet. All right. So now the iron that's literally gathered in your hemoglobin, some of it comes from, that's terrestrial, it comes from the planet, and some of it is celestial. It comes from the stars. All right. I need y'all to know that. And you are attracted to certain sort of, when you, it's like a with a metal detector going around. A person with a metal detector going around the beach, and they looking for certain precious metals. That's what your body is doing. You walk around this planet and you go to different designated places and touch different designated things in order to ferronically connect to that. That's why they say iron sharpeneth iron, literally. So as you collect it through your lifespan, you actually build up your heart. You can gather more things with your heart. You can collect more things with the abode of your heart. All right. You can endure more things with your heart. You can take more situations. You can forgive more, a little bit more with your heart, or you can press your heart forward to share a little bit more love with people that don't have love in a certain sort of way. All right. So that's what that was all about. But again, the heart is on your left side of your body in order to counterbalance the way the earth is on the right side. All right. Or the way the earth is tilted on the right side, 23 degrees on its axis. All right. Now, boom. Now, as you walk balance throughout this planet, all right, again, going back to the primes, it's various different primes that express themselves on this planet. And how they express themselves through various different numbers and how they resonated also. All right. Now, again, these numbers have a sequence or a mode of time. Now, the word time and temple are also synonymous in thought, because when you look up the word time, you get the word tiempo, which is a Latin word, which is temple. Same thing, which the temple has or designates where the time comes from. Now, remember, your body is the temple. You looking at some place built with mortar and bricks or whatever like that, and you are the bricks and mortar that are being built up today and forevermore by studying these lessons of the Messiah Code. All right, you are the building, you are the temple that's being built up, and every brick represents a conversation that we have. Every brick that makes that brick, it has to be perfect, because sometimes me and you can have a conversation and me and you ain't really jiggy with it like that. Like literally, it doesn't jiggy, it doesn't fit us perfectly. But every conversation is a brick that we must put in a certain place that fits perfectly in our relationship. All right. And as we build up, we build a perfect building or a temple that has a foundation that's strong. So when the storm comes, guess what happens, y'all? Boom, it can't knock this building down because the foundation is so strong. And that's what we must have between us. And that's what these bricks represent. These experiences that we have throughout life that we share with one another represent these bricks. All right. Real talk. So moving forward, the primes have a designated job. Each prime has a designated role in what we call existence. All right. It's not like I'm describing your personality. I'm actually describing a designated job that you have on this planet. All right. So you got what is considered to be the solar prime. I mean, excuse me, you got the neutral prime, which is every number divisible by two or the number zero, and none of y'all are zero. All right. Then you got the lunar prime, which is 1 and a 9. And then you got the solar prime, which is 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, um 17, 19, 23, 20, 27, 29, and 31. Those are your solar primes. All right. Then you got what is considered to be your vector prime, which is 369. All right, which are your leaders? Your leaders, your designated leaders are 3, 6, and 9s. All right. Then you got what is considered to be your axis primes, which is your 15s, your 21 and 25s. All right. Those are axis numbers, numbers that everything relies upon in some way, sort of way. All right. So, it's various different things I can share with y'all. I left the email. It has been floating across the screen ever since I began this broadcast. I left the email. It's very easy. The Messiah Code 131 at gmail.com. I got various different books that each and every one of y'all should have. All right. One of the books that I have been explaining today is called The 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. Now, another thing I have on the screen for everyone is I have an event that we're having in Baltimore, Maryland, which is June 22nd. Hopefully, I can get y'all out here. That is the summer solstice. That is the summer solstice, but it's actually a 3-day event that we're having in Baltimore, Maryland, and we hope that you can join us. All right. I would suggest you link up with the Messiah Code movement if you are interested in linking up. Okay. Let me see if I can do this real quick, and I'll put this in the comment section for y'all so we can kind of build on it. And I just need about 10, probably about 10, 15 more minutes of y'all time, and then I'll let y'all go. But what I'm gonna do is this. I'll read a little bit. I'll read a little bit of this. It says the Messiah Code is an archive of information that is and has been and will be moving throughout the mainframe for an eternity of what we call time and space. All right. That's the first verse. Now, all these, each and every, I'm gonna say this too. When you read the codex, it's written in verse format. All right, like if you was reading a Bible or a Quran or something like that. And it's a reason why. It's because the two dots represent time and space, and we are actually living in a time, a time that is what is considered to be, um it's a relic. This is a time that, we should be writing down. It's going to be, talked about, or when this happened, when certain thing took place. You can tell we're living in the times of that. They're going to be writing about us in the future, or they're going to be saying what happened. All right. So is pertaining to creation. All right, so it says this: the greater consciousness of thought, the hard drive of self-awareness. How can I explain what the codex is, Anastasia? How can I explain it? All right, verse 3. All right, that was verse 2. I'm gonna go to verse 3. Okay, verse 3. Um, hopefully I can get this. All right. Verse 3, I got you. Verse 3, a combination of all matter and antimatter. In actuality, you can consider it a combination of all things. We call this the network, the tone of the universe. All right. I'm going to share this with you so you can kind of get a synopsis of what the Messiah Code is about. I don't know if I ever explained this to you, but if you have a book, uh, Anastasia, you can actually read this and it's for you. But I'm gonna just read it to you so I can kind of express it to you in a certain sort of way, and you can get it for yourself. But I'm gonna explain it for you. Look at this. Um, the greater perception of reality, tapping into the frequency of the ever living to become a master student, so you can become a master teacher. Now, a lot of people want to become a master teacher real fast. But a lot of people don't want to become a master student. That's something that I need y'all to understand about this. You know, in order to become a master teacher, first, you must become a master student, right? Every day you learning something new, man. Okay. Excuse me. All right. It says this. I got you. It says this means, verse 5, it says this means that you have to base your life upon learning. It is no day or minute you are not in the realm of learning. Every aspect that you will learn throughout this program will be a point in a geometrical shape that you create in a pathway of life, coming back to the source. Meaning that, ooh, I could break that down real good. Every time you take a step in the world, you actually create a geometrical shape. And some of the numbers that guard your life are actually geometrical shapes. Like if you think of a square, you know what I'm saying? Oh snap, I'm back. What's the science? All right. When you think of the square actually represents the number 4. So if you run into the number 4, you probably run into this square a lot in your life. All right. Now I'm actually reading from the Codex, Sister Shakara. All right. Now I'll go to verse 6 for y'all, and I'll read that as well. My fault. Give me a second. Yeah, excuse me. All right, I'll put verse 6 in there. I'm gonna read up to 13. I'm gonna read 13 verses for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So kind of we kind of get a grip of what the Messiah Code is about, and I can explain some things to y'all along the path. All right. So it says this. Um, what you say? You said, do you have a book about the numbers associated with the geometrical shapes? I actually do. It's called Inception of Mental Reality. I got a book called Inception of Mental Reality. I think you need that book, Sister Ursula. Just let me know. You got to link up, email the Messiah Code Movement, and I'll make sure that we send out a book to you, okay? And then you can send a donation as well to the Messiah Code Movement. Um, that's at the you can get that at the PayPal right now. Right now, all I have is a PayPal. I will open back up the Cash App for the Messiah Code Movement if you would like to donate through Cash App or any other means. I'll open it back up. All right. So let me read verse 6 for you. I got you. It says, when you move from point A to point B, back to point C, back to point A, you actually create a geometrical shape, or what we call a dimensional reality, the sigil of destination, the progress of learnt behavior. All right. Verse 7. Verse 7 for you. Here you go. Thank you for everybody joining the broadcast. I appreciate y'all. Make sure that you email the Messiah Code Movement, and also subscribe to the YouTube if you are on the Facebook. I appreciate that. The YouTube, as you know, is the Messiah Code. The Messiah Code, very easy. You can actually Google Lazarus Lamel and you'll find me. All right, or you'll find various different members. You said the PayPal. I'll put the PayPal in there for you. Thank you, Sister Ursula. I appreciate that. The PayPal is the Messiah Code. I'll put that in the comment section for you. Just give me a section. Give me a second, and let me continue. Thank you, Queen. All right. It says this. It says, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna put it in. Just give me a second, okay? Um, so anyhow, the PayPal is the Messiah Code. You can just PayPal. Uh, it's the Messiah Code. It's at the Messiah Code. At I know you do. It's a certain way you do it on here. It's like PayPal. For me to create the link on here, it's like you do PayPal.me, blah 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 blah. But it's the Messiah Code. You'll see my face pop up. If you put the Messiah Code exactly how it's spelled, you'll you'll see my face pop up. All right. So anyhow, thank you, Queen. I really appreciate the blessing. That is definitely appreciated. I appreciate you looking out. All right. Um so yeah. Anyhow, verse 7, it says this. It says, look, you are a Messiah or Messiah type leader, savior of a particular group or cause, and never let anyone tell you different. That means you have to step up to the plate and become a leader. How hard is that? You know, there's certain things that we have to learn in leadership. All right. I explain that many times. You know what I'm saying? I explain that there's certain things that we have to learn about leadership. Leadership is a process. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. It happens over time. All right. How you develop your leadership. All right. But it says you are a Messiah type, a leader or savior of a particular group or cause. Never let anyone tell you different. That means you have to step up to the plate and be a leader. All right. So, boom. I'll go to verse 8. And this is the 1 through 31. This is a synopsis of what Messiah code is? All right. Here we go. Excuse me. Boom. We're going to go to verse 8. Bow. All right, verse 8. It says this: show perseverance in what you do and diligence in the things you dream to be. The idea of this is to tap into your uniqueness. All right. Yes, you are unique. And to know the special qualities that you possess as a Messiah type genealogy. You said for real? Yes, as a Messiah type genealogy. Verse 9. Verse 9. It says this, right? It says, now, Messiah can be applied in many ways. Throughout the course of your journey, learning the Messiah code, you will learn the cycles of 1 through 31. This is uh, a symbolic clock of time measuring the cycles between 1 and 31 as the Alpha and Omega principle. All right, now remember that I said everybody is born between 1 and 31. That represents the Alpha and Omega principle. Why is that? Because 1 would be the first and 31 would be the last, or the Omega. All right. But again, I brought y'all to the Alpha and the Delta as opposed to the Alpha and Omega. All right. Because the beginning of something is the ending of something, and the ending of something is the beginning of something. All right. We got a couple more verses I'm gonna read for y'all. Thank you for everybody joining and getting a little bit of this good gold that I'm dropping for y'all. All right. Now, number 10, it says, these are the building blocks of messiahship, and every block represents a degree in the temple that you are building. It represents the foundational keys to open the doors of a monumental temple. All right. All right. I'll read verse 11 and 12 because they kind of short. And then what I want to do is I want to show y'all this book. I'm going to show y'all this book. I'm actually coming from here, which is the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. All right. I'm going to read these two verses and one more verse, and then I'm going to just have a Q&A real quick with the family. All right. So again, it says this. It says, you have to make the foundation strong so when the storm comes, you will not be shaken. This was what I explained to y'all. The mind, the body, the soul, all are aspects of the temple. All three are one, 131. All right. 13th verse. Hopefully it'll go. All right. Verse 13, it says the threefold reality that you will tap into and the greater tools and the greatest tools you will you will have will be that of the Messiah code to decipher reality and rewrite the mainframe consciousness. Learn the code, know the code, and be the codex. All right. So it's a total difference of 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 to knowing the code and being the codex. All right. Now, codex is related to the roots of a tree. Again, or the trunk of a tree, rather. When you cut the tree down, it's the trunk still remains. It doesn't matter. The code or the codex. Something that you can learn from. Okay. Now, the threefold reality. You have seen this in many places, 131, all three being one. All right. You've seen this in many places before. All right. So That's cool. So I guess I'll show y'all a little bit of more stuff, and then if y'all in here, we'll have a Q&A, and then I'll get off. I'll let y'all go. All right. I'll show y'all a little bit more stuff. Um, let me do this. Yes, the Trinity. That is correct. That is correct. 131. Man, woman, and child. Past, present, and future. It's many things that you can consider to be the 131. Um, so let me do this. Let me do this real quick. I want to show y'all a little bit of something. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. It's something that I think everybody should know. All right. I guess. All right. Cool. 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 All right. I think it's shared. I think y'all got it. All right. Cool. Cool. Y'all see that? All right. Um, I wanted to show y'all a couple slides real quick. Me, myself, and I are 131. I know that's right, Jazz. I wanted to show y'all some stuff. Do y'all know how to count with the me we hand? I know a lot of times y'all see me put this symbol up right here, or y'all see various different people that are part of the movement put up this symbol. All right. Y'all put this symbol, we put this symbol up. Now, this symbol represents actually the female and the male both on one hand. All right. Both on one hand, literally. All right. Feminine and masculine, both on one hand. All right. And this also represents a universal symbol of love as well, or peace. Okay. But do y'all know how to count with the me we hand? Do y'all know how to count? Yes or no? If y'all don't know how to count, I'm going to show y'all how to count. All right. So that's the number one. That's the number one. All right. So if you got your cell phone in your hand, why don't you utilize your other hand and do this? Now, when you actually do things with your fingers, different things with your fingers, I'm gonna let you know, right? You actually open up synaptic nerves in your brain, which actually are different pathways that your mind travels to think. All right. That's why a lot of times people talk with their hands, because it is a way or a pathway to their mind or different portions of their mind. That's why they utilize their hands to express themselves, especially people from New York. Oh, man. People from New York be like, I'm telling you, son, word up, son. Don't stop talking with their hands so much, yo. Shout out to everybody from New York. What y'all do be talking with your hands. Yo. Any, anyhow, anyhow, yes, yes, you're right. You're right. So anyhow, don't make me clap. Don't make don't shout out y'all. Shout out y'all people from New York. I love y'all, man. Stop talking with y'all hands so much, man. Y'all be killing me, man. Uh so look, listen. You got hey, what's up? Peace. Look at this. Anyhow, yeah. You don't want this clap clap. Yo, y'all are wilding out. Shout out to this princess is coming out of nowhere. 24. Yo, princess, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if you was here for this whole conversation, of what we talking about. But yo, like I clap every day at somebody. Word up, I clap it every day at somebody, son. Look at Princess. She just came in like 24, 24. Like, like you calling football numbers, girl. I love you. I love you and everything. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Yes, you was. You don't even know what we was talking about. You just looked at the freaking title. You ain't even like you know how a nigga, you know how back in the day they used to have the double Dutch. We got another person. Look at another person getting do the same shit that that princess did. Look, look, look. Shout out to Bright Bright. Look at this. Yo, you know how a double Dutch, you gotta be like, some people come in the readings, they be like, 89. I'd be like, shit, 1 through 31. They be like, 55. I'm like, yo, 1 through 31. Why you tripping? They're like, 87 then. I'd be like, yo, calm the fuck down. First of all, who are you? How you doing? Like, people, like, sometimes people don't realize, like, damn, you get to talk to somebody that's a real person. Like, damn. Yo. Yo. For real. Yo. No. You ain't getting no reading, Bright Bright. Sit your ass down. Sit your bright ass down. I love you and everything. You and your emoji like this. No, sit your ass down for a second. We talking about something. We talking about something. I got y'all. I just been on here for an hour and 27 minutes. Look at this. I got you. Bright Bright. Shout out to you because you in the YouTube. We got people in the Facebook in here too. Shout out. Shout out to Princess Butterfly in the YouTube. I love y'all. Thank you. I was going to explain something. I was talking about the MeWe hand, right? This right here. You might think you just coming in the conversation. You might think we talking about Star Trek and shit. I'm like throwing up a sign like this. You're like, man, I don't even know you like that. And you throwing up gang signs and everything. No, this is a tribal symbol. This tribal symbol actually represents the male and female, or the female and male, because the female is at the top. She's the crown. All right. And the male is at the bottom. All right. As you see. But this is a universal symbol of love, or a universal symbol of peace and joy. All right. I got you. I got you, princess. This is a universal symbol of love and joy and happiness. But this is also a way of how we link up as a people. All right. I wanted to show y'all how to count. All right. You said, "Do you have a Cash App, Lamel?" I have difficulty sending PayPal. Yeah, my Cash App is Cali Bud. Thank you, Queen. I'll send you a book. Also, you email me. I'll send you a book as well. I'll put my Cash App in there. It's Cali Bud. Cali Bud. VIP. Yeah, that's it right there. Cali Bud VIP. If you want the Cash App, that's my personal Cash App. All right. That's nothing to do with the movement. But if you send me a donation or a lookout, I'll send you a book. I'll send you like 4 or 5 books. For real, for real. I'll send you a couple books. All right. But what I wanted to show y'all real quick is, do y'all know how to count? I'm gonna show y'all a better way to count. All right. If y'all in here, I'm gonna show y'all actually a better way to count. All right. So this is the way you actually count. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Ursula. Always looking out for the cookout. Always looking out for the cookout. I really appreciate you, Queen. All right. So yeah, check what I was show about to show y'all. Um, this is how y'all count. All right, y'all ready? Do it with me. Y'all got another hand. Y'all got y'all other hand. All right. Yes. All right. Anastasia said yes. She has her other hand. Hold your cell phone in one hand. If you got your cell phone, to put it down or whatever you're doing, and use the other hand. All right. Now that's the number one. Okay. Let's move forward. This is the number two. Notice the thumb is down there. Notice the thumb is down by the center of the palm. It's at the center of the palm. That's the number two. All right. We learning how to communicate with each other. I think this is the first line of defense of we can learn how to communicate with one another through tribal means. So yeah, this is the number two. All right, y'all got that. The number three, y'all ready? This is the number three. All three are one. All three are one. Okay, y'all remember that. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for looking out, Sister Ursula. I really appreciate you, Queen. Like I got you on a good lookout for real. Everybody that look out for me, yo, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm genuinely giving whatever I can give y'all. So I really appreciate you coming from the heart, blessing me, and looking out. So this is the number four. All right, y'all got this? The number four. So we'll start over. I'll start over so y'all get it. We start from the top. One. Y'all ready? Two. Y'all ready? Three. All right. Number four. Y'all got that memorized now, right? Y'all got it memorized. Very easy. Very easy. Y'all got the number four. Okay. Now let's move forward. All right. Number five. Now, if you notice, the number five and two are kind of similar, but what's the difference between five and two? All right. You see the thumb is up by the index finger on the five, and on the two, you see what? The thumb is down on the bottom in the middle of the finger. I mean, in the center of your palm. So that's the number two, and that's the number five, just in case you get them twisted. All right. You might not understand that it's a difference between two and five. All right. Got you. Got you. All right, cool. You got it. So we're learning how to communicate as tribal people now. I remember y'all was taught how to count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and that's all you can count to. But with this, you can count to literally 99. All right. So now moving forward, you got that's number five. Now let's go to number six. Can y'all do the number six? It's kind of weird to do the number six. All right. But y'all can you see the number six? Let me see if I got it, Queen. I got yes, Queen, I got it. Yes, Sister Ursula, I got your contribution. Thank you, Queen. I'm actually sending a return message back from you sending a contribution on the Cash app. I'll be sure to send you make sure you email me. No, you good. Nah, you good. You good. Um I'll email you a book, all right? Make sure you email me, okay? Now, this is the number six. Now I'm gonna start from the top so y'all learning. This is five, four, three, two, one. Shout out to Sister Erica. What's the topic? Very interesting. Okay, thank you, Sister Erica. You always supporting. I'm actually showing y'all how to communicate with your hands. This is the way that we communicate with the MeWe hand. All right. So you can catch up if you want and just follow along. I have the diagrams on the screen. Okay. So that's the number one. This is the number two. Number three. Y'all have four. Keep on practicing. All right. Number five. The number six. This is where we at. All right. Let's move forward to the number seven. All right. So what's the difference between the number seven and the number five? As you see, the thumb is out and the thumb is in right there at the index finger. That's the number seven, and this is the number five. All right. And the number 2, as you notice, the thumb is in the middle of the palm. That is correct. That is correct. That's good observation, Sister Erica. All right. The thumb is actually at the 2 is in the center of the palm. At the 5, at the 5 is the at the where the index finger is, and at the 7 is out. All right. So this would be the number 8. Do that. That's the number 8. All right. This would be the number 9. All right. And this will be the number 10. All right. So now going back, y'all should be able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Real quick on your hand. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Y'all should be able to count to 31 with your hands in that sequence and beyond. All right. Now we will utilize this in the future as a form of sign language. In the future, you know, in a very close future, we're going to have various different words that are associated with numbers. All right, we're going to have various different words that are associated with numbers. So I might say, or such and such is designated for this particular word, and I'll be throwing up numbers to you, and I might throw, for instance, I might throw 1221. You say, well, 1221, that means I love you, you love me, and me is we. All right, very, very simple. I might throw something like that up, and you, from knowing prior lessons, already know the code. The code. All right, very simple. And I just showed you that. I said what? 1221. Right? What? 12 and then 21. So that could be I love you, you love me, and me is we. All right. Another one that you can do. You can do 747. What that means, God is good. 747. You feel me? Real simple things. I just made up a couple words just with numbers right then and there, or a couple phrases, a couple sequences that mean something, that already means something to us. That's how it's going to grow with these numbers. That's why I need y'all to understand how to communicate with the MeWe hand. Even on your own, you can teach the children how to count. That's what we all should do. This is a tribal uh function of how we're doing this. It's a tribal function. All right. So yeah. Otherwise than that, you know, um, I'm gonna let y'all loose from the broadcast. I really appreciate everybody's time. Hopefully y'all learned something. Sister Ursula, thank you for the donation, yo. That was a good look. I don't even really like Sister Ursula. I don't really call what you did for the movement, looking out, a donation. I call it a sponsorship. All right, real talk. Like when people look out, they actually help me, keep the lights on. They help me do different things that help generate um of this information for y'all. So thank you. I really appreciate that. That makes it really worth something, And even your time, everyone here, I'm just letting you know, even your time is worth $1 million quadrillion. All right, it's worth more than anybody can put in money, value in money. All right, so I want to let y'all know I love y'all. All right. Otherwise than that, we just had a great discussion. Um, If you would like a book, make sure that you email the Messiah code. Uh, it's floating across the screen. The Messiah code 131 at gmail.com. It's actually floating across the screen. So right down there. So hopefully y'all caught the drift on that. Y'all caught the drift on that. Y'all able to you know, teamwork make the dream work. Shout out to Sister Shakara. Jersey in the house. Shout out. Um, I really love and appreciate you. Shout out to Jazzy Fresh, definitely making her return. I appreciate you. Hopefully, we can get you out here to the pilgrimage vacation. You know you need to be here. All right, just let me know what you need from me to make it work, Sister Jasmine. All right, just let me know what you need from me to make it really work. All right, and I'll help you get here. Um, Sister Shakara, also make sure you get to Baltimore June 22nd. Whatever you need from me, let me know. I got you. Um, Sister Ursula, link up if you can. I really appreciate it. Just link up. Anybody else in here that want to say good night, let me know before I get off. Anybody else that want to say good night? Shout out to Sister Teresa. Thank you. I appreciate you, Sister Teresa. Sister Erica, thank you. I appreciate your time as well. Is there anything else anybody want to say before we get off? All right. This was a cool Monday, yo. We started this week off right. I know we on a late night, so none of y'all getting up early. But um I gotta actually go to work. I gotta be to work by 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. So it's not like, yo, this is not worth something to me to be up. All right. It's a reason why I'm up right now. I'm really feeling a good positive energy. I'm really feeling a good positive energy. You know, sometimes whether I gotta go to work, this is my first work right here. I want to let y'all know that I'm committed to. Um, real talk. But it's like I just move with the flow, man. I move with how the universe moves in me to connect up with y'all. All right. But I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for everybody that joined. Um, sorry I got a couple people upset. I didn't mean to get y'all upset. I just be having fun sometime. So shout out to the people that came in like bright, you know what I'm saying? And Princess, thank you. I really appreciate your time from the YouTube. Everybody that came in from the YouTube, I appreciate it, y'all. I really appreciate y'all. Otherwise than that, Comb, salutations, man. It's all love.